My sister. Oh. Good day and gratitude, family. Good day and gratitude. It don't matter what time of the day it is. It's just good day and gratitude. Yep, and always gratitude. Good day to you and you and you and you, and gratitude to the ancestors. That's why I always say good day and gratitude. Because I truly want the best for us. And we are the best. We are the best. I can't even think of a people that can survive what we've survived. Still surviving. Yeah, that's because we're divine. And we got to know it. We got to know it. And first, let me get this out the way. Because you know I do get started and forget about all of it. And I am Face the Nation, and this is Bolden Unchained. And you are my family. And we are here to uncover and condemn the many agendas, events, projects, operations, the many studies, acts, bills, laws, compromises, experiments, all of that that's targeting Black America. We're here to help Black America and Black media. Because, see, nobody wants us to know this. Nobody wants us to get this information that we need to heal us. Here at Bolden Unchained, we are focusing on healing Black America. Where did all this hurt come from? Why do we hate each other? Why do we hate ourselves? Hold on, let me get a little more light here. Why do we hate ourselves? We forgot. Malcolm told us. Why do we hate ourselves? Now we right back at the same old question. We right back at the same old question. But see, then we had, we had our saviors who stood up and said why we hate ourselves. Now, don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to tell the truth of why Black America got all this self-hate. That's why Bolden Unchained is here. And we're looking at this through a spiritual lens. Our focus is a spiritual lens. We're looking at this from a cosmic lens. We ain't looking through this through white media's eyes, white America's eyes. We're not doing that here. I wouldn't even say we're looking at it through a religious eye, because we ain't here to forgive nobody if it ain't our ancestors. We forgive our ancestors for falling, for believing that, sincerity was there. We believed it too. We believe that, white America, because that's what this is about. We believe that white America was sincere with us, and we got to forgive ourselves for that. And we got to move on because we need to heal. And they ain't never wanted us to heal. I was just looking at a video that Africa offered to give Black Americans, us, $1 million. We're going to watch to help us out politically and economically. United States said, no, hell no. We ain't helping them and you ain't helping them either. I didn't know when it happened, but we're going to watch the video. Probably need to do some research on it. It must have been in the past. But somebody going to offer us something now, because, the Congo had all of that copper if they don't steal it from them. We don't know where this prosperity going to come from, but it's coming. It's coming, okay? Black America, we got prosperity coming. Abundance is coming to us. Because we got a lot of catching up to do. And the cosmos, our ancestors, they want us to be ready. They're not going to let us go into this new world order with nothing. But we got to do the work. We got to call on them. I know we call on God and Jesus. I know that, Yahushua, Yahweh. But we got to add our ancestors. That's very significant. I can't even explain how significant it is that we call on our ancestors. I cannot. And until we do that, that's probably why we at this standstill. We can't move forward. So yeah, we learning all about our ancestors every day at noon. We might be a little late, but we got a lot more learning about the greatness of us. We ain't here to talk about no greatness of America. America ain't never been great to us. And anybody that's telling us that, they is a lie. They lying to us. They part of the problem. But here, we not of that mindset. We sick and tired of the bullshit. We sick and tired of the lies, sacrificing us. Personally, I feel like everybody ready to sacrifice us again. Is it because we didn't achieve that silver spoon that, America claims is the good life, making it? Why is our own, so willing to sacrifice us? We got so many agendas against us and stuff. White people, they went underground with their brutality, their ravenousness against us because they made all of these other targets against us. And the only reason we haven't faced those targets head on is because of the self-hate. We got so much self-hate. We got to heal that. If we don't heal that self-hate, and we do build up, hurt people. It's just a matter of time. And then, Black America, we ain't supposed to still be under the very ones that caused all of this with us. It's okay to live on the planet because we all on the planet. We got so much work to do, so much unlearning to do. Because this might be our last chance. This might be very well be our last chance. Black America. Copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer on the 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Ain't nothing wrong. There's nothing at all wrong with us studying what's happened to us. For all the love, everybody claiming that they love us. We just watched in Dr. Joy DeGraw. Everybody can see it. Everything is on YouTube. Everything is all over social media. All we got to do is tune into it so we can know what's going on with us. Because I believe history will repeat itself on us because we haven't paid attention. We haven't paid heed. We ain't even learned our lesson, And we got a lot of us that want to keep things the way they are. We can't keep things the way they are. This right here is it. We got a decision to make. I don't know about reconciling, reconciliation with everybody else. We too late. Everybody done misled us for so long. We got to start preparing for the world that's coming. Black America got to prepare for that. And we can only do that with each other. We ain't got time to reconcile nothing with no other peoples. We truly don't. I don't know, how Black America gonna handle that. But no, we don't have time to reconcile with other races, other people. We really can't even afford the trust in other people. We're going into a new world order right here. Everybody done led us done steered us the same way white America has. Everybody have. And, you know, for the sanity of Black America, we got to do for us now. It ain't about us, you know, mad at other people, because I am a little pissed at their ass, because I know they've been insulting our intelligence this whole time, see, since our ancestors stepped off of that plantation. That's what took them so long. But yeah, I'm in my emotions about it. Yes, I am in my emotions about this. We all should be. Everybody held accountable for every single thing. But white America, oh, they just, it's a little bit. We know slavery was bad. This was after slavery. These things right here is inhumane. So yeah, I'm very emotional about it. But we're going to get through it though, for us. So we're not here, you know, to forgive nobody but our ancestors. They the only ones we here to forgive. Sure will. So, you know, if that ain't you, and you know you got to forgive white people so that it'll help you, then go on and leave. Don't even waste your time. Because you ain't gonna want to hear nothing I gotta say about nothing. Even when we done with this and we on to our next reading, next subject, you still ain't gonna want to hear nothing I gotta say. And there's a whole bunch of us out there trying to talk to us and let us know that, yeah, your asses was hoodwinked. Hell, I'm late anyway. Shit, I know you already got some people you listening to. So, you know, yeah, do yourself a favor, because we read here. Sure do, honey. Yeah. I thank y'all for being here. I appreciate your presence and your patience. I sure do. And anytime you want to get on and read, you sure can. Because we got to learn this. This means everything to us. This the very reason why we got all this self-hate on us. Everybody acting like they don't know. Try to make it up, just making up excuses. Black America this, Black America that. Everything is about this. The music, it's like, it's like to take the place of this ravenousness. To take the place of this, they had to create all of them agendas that we facing today. Every last one of them. And there's more agendas today, Black America. It's more agendas today. So really, Black America is fighting the old agendas, events, statutes, laws, codes, compromises. And then we got the new agendas that's targeting Black America, like Project 2025. Prosperity. We'll get back to that too. You know, but we only have the 2 times right now, which is midnight and noon. But, you know, we have more issues against us. And the ones we know so far, they all lessening our numbers, whether it's, you know, us killing each other, the food killing us, you know, or, you know, just different things in our lives and stuff. But it's all by design. That's why we got to change everything. That's why it's an awakening. Our second awakening. Hell, I didn't even know about the first awakening. My whole life, I had no idea about Tulsa, Rosewood. I didn't know about any of those. How many of us didn't even know? For all the love, the teachers, at what point were the teachers going to say, hey, you know what? We need to start teaching Black children their history. We need to really, I mean, I ain't saying they had to go there with this, because they probably would have got their ass beat, you know, in the classroom. But they could have at least started with this right here. I mean, what's wrong with starting with this right here? That would have at least shown some type of sincerity. I just don't see any. I just don't see any sincerity. I'm not sorry about it either, because I have looked. I mean, the little things that they do give us, the little resources and stuff. Hell, he finna take them back now. Trump finna take that back, take all of that back. Finna like roll us back. They wasn't lying when they was talking about rolling back to civil rights, you know, that our ancestors fought for. It's true. Yeah, it's true. So we gotta read now. We pretty much forced to have to read, which we should have been doing these things anyway. You know, the whole economy is finna go into a depression, recession, or, you know, but whatever's happening in society, we got to keep our eyes on us. We know how to handle the hard times, the hungry times, the hot times. We know how to handle them times, and we got to do it exceptionally this time, because we got to be really prepared, because the ball game has changed. It's not going to be the same old struggle. You know, we know what it's like. We know what it's like, Black America. But this time, they've made sure, our open enemies, this time they've made sure that we have no type of relief. So, yeah, we got to start building this stuff. We got to start building up just a little bit that we can do. You see, just a little bit that we can do with our families, within our homes. They have huge impacts. Like when, let's say what we look at on TV. To turn off the reality shows, the Lifetime. Lifetime got some good movies. I like the Black movies, of course. You already know that. But you can spend hours on Lifetime. Before you know it, it's nighttime. Time to go to bed. You know, movie after movie after movie. The judge shows. The food shows. If we stop watching those, at least just try 1 week. Just try 1 week, you know, a couple hours, maybe an hour or two, and just put on some Black documentaries. If we can do that right there, that would make a significant change in us and in our home, because the frequency is going to change. See, the frequency in your home is going to change. And that right there is going to pull in prosperity and abundance. It's kind of like when you say, thank you, ancestors. And all the ancestors turn and look at you. They waiting on you to tell them next. What's next? Yeah. So when you do it to your higher power, you know, do it to them. Say thank you, ancestors, too. And tell them, too, what you want. Because that's all they ever wanted. I mean, even our ancestors here, especially. We was the last things on their mind. If we was on their mind, they built this whole damn country up. Thinking about us. And you mean to tell me, Black America, we can't even think about our ancestors because we so nervous, hesitant. We can't be like that no more. So get rid of that fear. We don't even care who mad, who upset, who don't understand. We don't even give a damn anymore. We give no fucks. Ain't that what y'all saying? We give no fucks. Because we're gonna remember our ancestors. All of it, the good and the bad. White folks too. They the one did it. They can't get away from it. They did it. How can we tell the stories? How can we learn if we just take white folks out of it? We can't. They're part of this. They're part of our healing. And see, that's what's so fucked up to me. They know it. You know, I know Some of them don't know. All of them don't know, because it is possible. Just like Kentucky went underground with the butchery, the savagery, the ravenousness. They started telling each other, their families, their generations. You could tell Karen and Ken, tell them about all the vile, cannibalistic things that we do. Yeah, have a barbecue, talk about it. It's our life. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson said that at one of them conferences, the white man did tell her, Dr. Wilson, you're right. When we're not around y'all, we do talk about y'all. We're the study. Of course they talk about us. And this is like a badge of honor to white America. And we is like, to snatch it away. To even think about it, talk about it and stuff. So, for them to go underground with this right here, we can't leave it there. We can't leave it there. And for all the love they feel for us, now they proclaiming so much love for us, but still want to keep this a secret. Why would they still want to keep this a secret? And only tell some of their family, the ones that got the mindset like they do. But the ones that's got even a hint of a mindset like John Brown, they won't tell them nothing. That's like Sabrina. She gonna be Sabrina. We know what Karen and Ken do. They do this. This is what they want. They out there raising hell now. Karen and Ken somewhere. But Sabrina done fell in love with one of them. Because they ain't told her. They haven't told her. But when she introduced the black man to them, see, that's what we don't understand. When our children get with their children and their great-grandchildren, the generational hurt that I can't even imagine what our ancestors must feel. Love who you love, but do you know who you loving, Black America? So Sabrina ended up getting with the black man, young black boy. Grew up together in the neighborhood and stuff, but see, they know what they've done in the past. They know what they've done in the past. So when our babies come along and they go to school together and everybody, they grow up together. It's a neighborhood now. Everybody know everybody and stuff. Secrets been kept, swept under the rug, murders unsolved, murderers running around riding in the neighborhood like they the most kindest, generous, sweetest old person you ever seen. White folks, racist as hell, but now they old. Now they're older and they done calmed down and kept all these secrets and tried to make amends. That right there just means that they ain't doing it no more. They just sitting back, now and waiting to die, I guess. Like that one old man was that said, he said that firemen used to leave black babies in them fires and stuff and then burning cars and, when they would be called to help them, they would leave black babies in there. He was like 89 celebrating his birthday. But see, he done got old now. And it's bothering him. So yeah, we need to be particular, when our children think it's okay. Because Sabrina was different. We're going to say Sabrina did have a mindset of John Brown. So, when she was a little bitty girl, when she was a baby, her mom was pregnant with her, and they were like, oh, we're going to name her Karina. We're going to name her after Karen. That's what they said. They're going to name her after Karen. But when they had the little girl, the little baby, and the midwife delivered her, and she grabbed onto the midwife finger and just looking at her and stuff, and they like, oh, something different right here with this baby. They knew it was something about her. They changed her name. She was like 3 because she gravitated, felt a empathy, I guess, with black folks. So hell, they didn't name her Karina. They named her as Sabrina. And they were like, just don't tell her. Don't you tell Sabrina nothing. Don't you let Sabrina know what we done did in the past. You know, don't you tell Sabrina nothing. So they didn't tell Sabrina nothing. Then they all get in school and stuff. This how it happened. The whole interracial thing, because we blind to it. We don't know. So they all going to school and stuff. Then Sabrina and the little black boy start eyeing each other and stuff, and they like each other. Now, his family was the Hartfields. John Hartfield, remember he was lynched? That was his family. His name was Jonas. We're going to give him a name similar to John Hartfield. And honey, when she did take that little boy to meet her family, and they said, oh, what's your name? And he was like, Jonas Hartfield. And they looked at each other because they knew, they remembered. Oh, that's the same name. Remember the lynching? Now, Karen and Ken knew about it and stuff. They didn't know the particulars. You know, but them older ones, they knew the particulars exactly of what was going on. You know, but they still didn't tell Sabrina, you know, and her and the little boy, her and Jonas left and continued their relationship. And, you know, she ended up pregnant. But somewhere along the way, you know, somebody had to tell them. They found out. I don't know, it might have been Jonas' family that told them what happened to John Hartfield. We just putting it together. We just getting an idea of how this whole interracial thing is detrimental to us. It hurts us. It leaves us vulnerable because these people, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, the mindset itself, I don't care how many generations, it's been 100 years, time is going on. It's going to always be more time because time is going on. But it happened. It's true. This mentality right here, if it went underground, then that means it's still in existence, right? If it just went underground, that means it's still alive. It's still well. So anyway, what would happen is Sabrina would get pregnant by Jonas. They finna have a little bitty baby, a little mulatto baby. You know, and they done found out, the family done told Sabrina and Jonas about John Hartfield, his namesake, because he named after. Matter of fact, they named everybody after John Hartfield. Yep. You got Jonathan, you got John Roy, you got Jonas. Yep. You got John, because it hurt them, what they did to him. I can't even imagine what our ancestors felt. How long did it take to get over what these people did to them, to their loved ones? And they ran out of town. They ran them out of town. I can't even imagine. You know, it makes my head swell. It makes my head swell to even think about it. So much. So yeah, we got to heal from this. So anyway, they had a baby. They know. You know, they've been wondering what to do about this, We love each other. We do. We love each other. But we can't stay together if we don't find a solution. Something got to be done. We got to make a change for all of the future. That's what they decided they had to do, but they didn't know how. They didn't know how to do it, you know. And she didn't want to go, Sabrina didn't want to go back to her family because she wasn't never like them. She didn't never have their mindset. She had a mindset of John Brown. John Brown lived. It said it right there. I read about him too. Harper's Ferry. So, you know, wherever that came from, it was a good thing because it gave white America an opportunity, see, to be different, to change their ways, see, but they didn't take that. So Sabrina, having this mindset, I don't know which one I'm thought of it or what they were going to do. Probably Sabrina. But, it could have been brother too. And so what they decided to do was they were going to teach their children. Don't you be with no white folks. Do not be with white folks. You be with black folks. You be with black people. And so, see, over time, that erased white culture from Sabrina's side. The future generations of her and Jonas, everybody were with black people. So they kept his generation going. So see, if we all do that and let them have your own babies, have your own babies with all that wickedness, because we can't trust you. We cannot trust you. Now, it could have went the other way. We could have all loved each other, had babies, and white culture can live. White people can live. But see, they turned around on us. And they intend to teach their children. Don't be with black people. Go be with white people. We trying to preserve our race. You can't preserve your race. You're the only one that can make white babies. See, it's a whole diabolical scheme to me. And if they was really sincere, then hey, we could have helped them live on. Black people, they're powerful. We could have helped their ass where they can go out in the sun. Lay down and tan without getting all that burn and, just peeling off of you and stuff. We could have, at least got some type of mercy for them. Once we come together. Because, see, we are the harmonizers. All over this planet, the melanin is the harmonizer of this whole universe down here. And the universe is out there because it's a multiverse. We're out there harmonizing that too. That's how we got here. All of that manifested the black woman. Probably the black woman and the black man at the same time. But we do know black women give birth. So I would say she was first. But that's neither here nor there. I did read that at one time now, black women was having babies by themselves. We didn't need a man. We didn't need the sperm. But, that's another lesson and stuff. I think that would be science, I think. I don't know. I try to read everything I can, honey. But, for me, I can believe the cosmos, manifested the black woman and the black man at the same time or her first. Because he can't give birth to her. I know the Bible said it took Adam real and made Eve. And I don't believe that either. Not here. Not here. We ain't working with white mindset here. We're not working with that mindset right here. This is totally out of the box. Yes, it is. It's out of the box so everybody can leave. Everybody can leave. I don't believe half of nothing white America done taught me or didn't teach me. I don't believe nothing. So, yeah, it's all love. You might see me on another channel commenting and stuff, but it's all love. Because we all got to learn and we all got to get the hell up from under white America. I don't care how you do it, where you do it, and who you do it with. But we got to learn to get the hell away from under white America. The video we just seen about Dr. Umar Johnson, and the sister was saying that she think Dr. Umar right because after the election, she seen the video where they were asking the white man about his voting and stuff, and he was like he voted to preserve the white race or something like that. It's on one of the other videos and stuff, but I already felt like that anyway, that's what they were using it for. They were using interracial relationships, and now you see it everywhere. Everywhere. Ain't nobody said nothing about when the shit hit the fan and you got to get out there in that big ass field and pick the cotton or whatever you got growing in the backyard and get in there and clean that big ass house. Look like the new plantation, the new big house. Because see, things is going back. Things is rolling back. We got to always think about it, even if it's the wrong thought. Still think about it. And then think about it some more. But we can't just keep sitting here letting it be, letting whatever be is. Whatever it is, it is. Without at least looking into it. What does it mean for us as a people? I mean, we ain't even got our family structure no more. Now all of a sudden the black man just totally plays. Yeah. We don't know where he at no more. But he ain't with the family no more. Not the woman and the child, he ain't. Because it's all by design. Everything is by design. And everybody know it. Even if, at certain points in our Holocaust, everybody wasn't able to help. Okay, I get that. I get it. Everybody wasn't able to help us. Everybody wasn't even over here anyway. I don't think. But, that's a lesson in itself. But, once people did get here, once people were able to, it's still no help. You mean tell me this whole time, this whole 500 years, no one was in a position to say, hey, we as a people stand up for their people. A few here and a few there and a few here and a few there. Sometimes not. Every few years. Just treat us like we just nothing, like we ain't done nothing. Our ancestors ain't contributed nothing. And we let them do it. Yep, so yeah, right here, honey, we exposing everything. We telling everything to Black America. If you did know, you get your book so you could tell it too. Oh, I think we have a video to watch. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, everybody just treat us like we don't even matter. Yeah, this is the video about the $1 million. So hopefully we'll see when it was that they offered it, because they need to offer it again.
Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Did you know that an African country offered to give $1 billion to help Black Americans economically and politically, and the US government denied that gift? A lot of you might already know this story, but it was new information to me, so I'm assuming some people don't know about this history, and it's important that we talk about it. According to LA Times, the federal government of the US denied the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan permission to accept a promised $1 billion gift from Libya to help Black Americans economically and politically. According to the same report, Farrakhan applied to the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, asking that he be granted an exemption from the sanctions to permit acceptance of $1 billion pledged by Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi during a visit Farrakhan made to Libya. The Treasury Department denied that request in a message to Farrakhan's lawyers in Chicago, asserting the continuing need of the United States to enforce its policy of isolating Libya. Denying $1 billion, which is a gift meant for Black Americans from an African country, is insane. But it did happen. And according to US spokesman then, Glenn Davis, he said, quote, obviously Gaddafi has an interest in gaining a foothold here in the US in some fashion. And of course, that kind of talk is not something that we view positively at all, end quote. So basically the reasoning the US government gave is that Gaddafi is doing it because he has an interest and we don't want to allow that, even though this money would have changed people's lives greatly and brought about so much positivity to the Black American community. The US government said no to that. This is a history worth remembering, especially for those that had no idea that an African country offered a gift of $1 billion to the Black American community. I am Wangel Zalalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora.
Ain't that messed up? Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw that video. And I was like, now they done did all of this trauma to us. And they don't want to pay us reparations for what they did to our ancestors. And then they're going to sit there and block a gift to us. A gift to us. Didn't have nothing to do with them. So yeah, we got to do this. We got to do this. Everybody that belongs to white America is not on our side. They're going to have to choose to. Now, they ain't going to be with us, but they're going to have to choose to. They need to get off their asses. White America need to get off your ass and go tell your people at the top, it's time for white America to put their money, put their mouth where they vote at. That's what they got to do for us. Show some type of sincerity. On top of everything else, now they cock blocking. Now you cock blocking us. That was in 1996. 1996. And how long is it now? Finna be 2026 next year. They ain't offered us nothing. They ain't offered. As a matter of fact, hell, they still giving money to everybody else. Yeah, it's time for us to get up. It's time for us to get the hell up and get out of this burning house. Ain't no more playing possum. Ain't no more worrying about who upset. Oh, shit, my boss finna be upset about this. So fucking what? What the hell has he done? How long that company been around? How many families have been pushed out, hurt, destroyed? See, they build up all of their businesses and shit. And then when it go under, when it crash, just put it in another name. Black America can't even get a business going to build up at least one community, one city. Yeah, we got to do this. Let's get our asses up. We ain't gonna never have nothing. Y'all hear all that? Is that crime out there? Y'all hear all them sirens? I do live over here by the hospital, but hell, is it sirens or police? Everybody got this mindset now. Everybody got this mindset now. Everybody crazy as hell running out there. But y'all see the white man and stuff, we don't see his ass doing nothing now. People don't see the white man doing nothing now. But underground, his ass is still wreaking havoc. Still wreaking havoc. So yeah, Black America, we got to get up. We can't be nobody else's comfort. Still putting ourselves out there. I sure hope everybody's being safe. We especially be safe and keep our eyes on the prize. Everybody else is. Everybody else is. And another thing, you better know who you with before you go out there and meet up with somebody, because there's so much shit going on out here. I almost walked past my own sister one time. Man, I'm telling you, it is totally different. And all of this, because of Black America, that's what I think. Everybody pawns. That's why everybody pawns. Shit, we. That's what they want. Yeah, here they just getting the fat wherever it's greasy at. Yeah, we know white America done built up a whole lot out here. And it looked like it's wealth. It looked like it's wealth. It looked like it glitter. But it don't. But it don't. This shit is... Let's read. Because, it ain't no need in telling folks what we already know. There ain't no need in it. We just need to know. We got one thing to do, and that's decide whose side we on. Are we on our ancestor side? And we want to bring this out. We want to get some healing for our people. Or are we on the other folks' side? And we want to just go on and be done with this and, and go on and build up and heal whatever way your ass can, Black America. Because, we still building and we need our allies. And, we need them to get in places where we can't get in and all that bullshit. Because that's exactly what it is. Another excuse, more reasons. Instead of letting white America know y'all ass done fucked up for the last time. You is not finna roll us into this new world order and then sit down here and think that, we buddy, we friends now. We done got over it. The hot spot has cooled off and we all can be together again because we won't be together again. See, that's the thing about it. Until there's some sincerity, we don't need to have nothing to do with white America. We need to get on our P's and Q's, start building us some type of business up. It's many ideas out there, and we can talk about all of them too. Get us some passive income, like we doing. Black America is already doing this thing. I'm just late to the fight. Yeah, a few years ago, I had started me an inside garden, and it was growing, y'all. It was growing, honey. I was so happy. Yes, honey, I was happy. I was ready to tell my daughter, one of them, you better go over there and pick some carrots off of that vine and feed that baby. Because when times get hard, y'all, we ain't going to have meat and, food like that. And them babies get to crying and stuff, you better go over there and get some of that stir fry. Get you some peppers, some onions, some carrots, cucumbers, and go in there and fry stir fry. Be able to make us a little bitty stove with some charcoal or, and get a little can or something or some rocks, something, so we can generate some heat and be able to cook for ourselves. We got to do all these little survival things. I'm like, well, what the hell? How long this been going on? But Black America, we've been prepping because we stopped. Now we need to do it like yesterday. It's very critical now that we do these things. It's very critical that we do it now. And we didn't have no idea it was even coming to this. Now, white America knew we were so comfortable and that we trusted them and we let our guard down, and, and now look at us. We ain't got nothing. A whole new world is coming. They building it up now around us and stuff, just fucked up. And everybody knew. But us, But recently, in the past few years, Black people have started. We've started prepping. We started building. We started businesses. This is like a new influx. It's like a growth spurt because it's an awakening. It is an awakening. And it's happening anyway because it's divine time. That's why we are waking up at different times. But, that fear, of inciting white America, I guess, making them uncomfortable. That hurt, that self-hate, those things like that, that's what's keeping us from, moving forward. from really seeking to heal ourselves. We know we ain't healed. We know we're not healed. I was watching a video too. I wish I could find that, but we're going to read tonight. I ain't going to keep y'all to 3 o'clock tonight. But, I think it was Dr. John Henry Clark. May have been one of our other mentors. And he was saying, are we making ourselves dumb on purpose? Something to that effect. Are we making ourselves dumb on purpose for white America? And that's kind of like what I feel like, you know. Are we keeping ourselves like this, you know, because we are white America? Are we keeping ourselves unhealed? Because we know to heal ourselves, we got to confront the one that injured us. Collectively. We can't say, you know, a couple of us are healed. Oh, 1 million of us are healed. That ain't good enough. Our people right here in America need to be healed. We in America. We talking about America right here. Black America and white America. We can't get around it. What else? We can't get around that. Not even with the Bible. What, we going to forgive our way to healing? We're going to forgive our way to healing. From this right here. That don't even make sense. It don't make sense, Black America. I know healing, forgiving is part of, you know, our religious, you know, stance, our religious belief and stuff. But what about forgiving ourselves? Can we look at it like that for a change? As much as the church tell us and teach us about forgiveness, how about we do it for us? We do it for us and our ancestors, our people. Because, see, we can't worry about white America no more. All we got to do is keep our eyes open and be aware of white America. We can't be worried about their asses no more. Hell yeah, we know they can't survive what's finna come ahead. Hell, their ass is the one want the robots. Oh, now we ain't got to cook. We ain't got to clean no more. We don't have to tend to the baby. The robot, they're going to be rocking the baby and spinning around and all kind of shit. 28 hours a day. Oh, we don't have to do anything anymore. We finally are free to just let robots do everything that Black folks is not here to do for us anymore. We didn't want no damn world full of robots and cars that's driving themselves and stuff. That's not us. That's not what we want. That's not what we need. That's not even part of natural life. Reality. That's not even part of life. And see, but the thing about it is, America finna turn it around and use it against Black America. Like always. Like always. So yeah, we got to do our work. We got to shape up. Pay attention to what's going on. And I don't know, y'all, but I kind of feel like everybody that we done commingled with, when they start coming out the bag and stuff, it's going to be ugly. Yeah, when they start coming out the bag and stuff, it's going to be ugly, Black America. And Black man, I don't know what you thinking. Because I don't know how they going to subdue you. You in the sunken place, I guess. But ain't nobody coming back for y'all asses. Sure ain't. You there. You are there. Because this go round right here, shit, you might have to meet somebody halfway. But ain't nobody coming back to get y'all asses. Y'all the ones this whole time. Oh no, he's my savior. Oh no, she's my queen. We ain't known nothing. But it's a new day, honey. Sure will. And just like in that movie, Get Out. I only watched it once. Maybe I watched it twice and probably didn't finish it. But it was a good movie. And his ass out there with all of them. And they out there auctioning his ass out. So Black America, you keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Keep getting set up. Because when it's all done, it's said and done, and everything is revealed, where you going to be sitting at? Where is you going to be at? When everybody come out the woodwork, oh, I want the eyes, I want the ears, give me the tongue, give me his leg, so they can take it from you and put it on net. It's not a game. I don't know what everybody's thinking about. But honey, if you did know about this and you thought it was a joke, you thought it was just a story, you thought it was it's gone, it's over and done with. It ain't no it's them. This is a whole mindset, a whole culture. So now I don't think like everybody else and think that, oh, they healed. They're not the same that they were. They're not their ancestors' face. But let me tell you something here. If our ancestors can reside in us, what make you think theirs can't either? What make you think theirs can't either? What make you think Sabrina? What make you think Sabrina can have him in her mindset, but the rest of them, can't have this in their mindset? Black America, we got to start thinking. Shit, we just letting these folks just tell us anything. Doing anything to us. Hell, got everybody else telling us anything and doing anything. To keep us distracted, to keep us from loving on us, from focusing on us, from doing for us. What more can we do for anyone else? Hell, what is we even getting being around other people? That's what I want to know. Black America, damn. What is these other people got? I mean, I really don't get it. What do these other people have that we rather be around them? What is it, cause we ain't healed? So we use that as an excuse to, treat us like we do, because we know we self-hate. We hate each other. Is that why? Well, it's a new day and that's over now. So you got a choice to make. Yeah, we got to start forgiving us. And it start here, right now. Yep. It's got to spread through Black America. That forgiveness in the Bible, we ain't doing it for them no more. We doing it for us and our people now. We need our forgiveness now. We done gave our forgiveness to everybody. Hell, white America don't even appreciate our forgiveness. Hell, the last few police murders, and there's been a whole lot of them, they still happening. Oh, honey, the police just killed somebody. They're always doing it. That's what they do. They right there releases a lot of tension for them, rage for them. Just little things like that they're able to pull off. They all add up. Everything is to alleviate this need right here. Don't tell me how to interpret it. Shit, don't come and tell me how to interpret what I read. Because, see, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. Because we're not supposed to be this damn fearful of white folks, white America, because they hold the power to everything. Oh, they going to cut my lights off. Hell, they going to cut them off anyway if you don't pay the bill. Pay your bill. Or hell, do like we talking about, doing survival skills. But that can't be the reason why we don't focus on us. So what, hell, if your boss man, hell, you tell his ass he's motherfucking racist. So what? Hell, go find you a job working for some black people. We got to make these changes. They small, but hell, they make a big impact. Let's not keep ourselves under white America no more. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Yeah, we supposed to be our own bosses anyway. We supposed to be working for black people anyway. We supposed to be building for us anyway. White America should not be our only source of income, our only source of employment. So yeah, all of this right here in the awakening, the reawakening, is divine. It's time. They don't hold that power over us anymore, where we care about, don't say that to that boss man, you lost your job and stuff. Fuck that job. Fuck that motherfucking job, because hell, we got ideas. We got inventions. We got plans and goals. Hell, let's work on that. Instead of working 40 hours, 35 hours a week. How about we do that and devote some of them hours to that? And then when you build up your income and stuff here, you decrease working for their asses. We got to do something. Hell, I just know y'all were telling me on YouTube every time I was getting on here, if you over 50, I think it said you should be, doing something to get some passive income. What do you love to do? Anything. It was just asking, what do you love to do? And there were black media that I was listening to. Lead Farmer 73, Lead Farmer and Lady Lead, they the ones had inspired me about the inside garden. And it do grow, y'all. But hell, I ended up moving and shit, Can't get nothing growing in this little tiny thing here. But I'm going to start it again. It works. Sure do, honey. If you ain't eating nothing but a salad or a stir fry here, you can switch it up. A salad one day and a stir fry the next day. Then go over there and pick you a banana or whatever you're able to grow. Here, drink you a cup of water. Because we ain't finna have plentiful food like this. Our babies, we're going to have to teach our babies and stuff. Now we ain't eating 3 times a day and some snacks in between. It's too much eating anyway, shit. We ain't supposed to eat all like that. We got to change our whole diet because we've been listening to white America. So let's just start weaning now. Whatever way we can. Whatever idea you can come up with to help you and to get you started so we can be self-sufficient. We got to be self-sufficient individually and collectively. Yep, we got to be self-sufficient individually. That means me, by myself. I got to be self-sufficient. We all do. That way, if we need something, we ain't got to go out there and get it. The necessities we'll have right here. We got to start prepping up our pantry. Make sure we got our food, our waters and stuff. Buying water is good if you want to, buy and stack up water and stuff. I think we all should just work on a water filtration, a hydroponic or something. I got it on some notes in there somewhere. But when we get to it, I will bring it out. And that right there will, provide our water. Because if we do get low in our little inside garden or outside garden, however you could do it, we can survive off of water until we, get some sprouts going or something, get you some mini greens growing. We just have to start doing some little small things, and then your pantry start getting your batteries, your candles. I got a whole lot of notes and stuff. I guess that's what it was for. Because hell, I'm here talking about it. But it's just listening to all of our mentors on black media. And it help you get started. And then when I started, thanking the ancestors and talking to them, because I meditate to them. I talk to my ancestors about everything. I know we talk and pray to Jesus, and it's fine. You find you a black Jesus, talk to him, but you just make sure it ain't that white man. Because it's very important. That's important too. Yep, I didn't know it either. I didn't know it was important. But Dr. Francis Cresswell explained it. Because of the indoctrination. Just to hear the name, Jesus Christ. Just to hear the name Jesus. And for some of us to hear the word God. We see the white man, the God in heaven. He's a white man, he's standing there, Yeah. But we say we hear the name Jesus. And we You know, we think about the white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, and for a lot of us, it's not on purpose. We were just brainwashed to think that was Jesus. So, you know, we don't see the black Jesus, whatever he looked like to you. Mine looked a little different from that picture I got, but I got that picture at the thrift store. And so I was like, yeah, Simon Toko, that's it. Yeah, I got it and brought it home with me. But sometimes when I hear the name Jesus, I will still picture Cesare Borgia, whatever his name is, Cesare Borgia. Cesareborgio, I think, or BGIA. Cesario Borgia. That was his name. That's the man that they used for the Jesus Christ picture. Yep, I know, right? Council of Nicaea. Yeah, they tell the whole story and stuff, how they did it and stuff. You know, so when I seen that picture right there, I was like, yeah, this resonate with me. You know, I don't want to be seeing no white man and stuff because I'm not going to heaven. No, face is not going to heaven. I'm going to the afterlife. I'm going past heaven. When I leave here, oh yeah, I'm going past heaven. I'm going where my ancestors at. So yeah, you know, that resonated with me. The whole, you know, yeah, Jesus thing and in heaven and stuff, it don't resonate with me. And then the white man in the book anyway, he see him and the Klan in heaven. What was his name? George Simmons, the one that revived the Ku Klux Klan. Cause you remember he tried to be a doctor and then a minister, and he seen the lynching of Leo Frank, and he watched Birth of a Nation, and he had the vision that white men was on horses in heaven. He said it in heaven, and they were riding across the field, and they had on their Ku Klux Klan outfit. So you being in heaven, Black America, because I don't know which one of y'all lying. I don't know if you lying about what heaven is, or if he lying. Where is it? I marked it in the book. I don't know which one of y'all lying, but I'm not going to heaven, honey. I'm going to the afterlife. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the afterlife where my ancestors at. I'm not going to be trapped in heaven with him or them on the horses either, and you either. No, I'm going where my ancestors at. I wouldn't dare trap my ancestors with these monsters for eternity to the 12th of never. See, y'all ass got drapetomania. It's reverse psychology. Black America got drapetomania, don't want to leave white supremacy, don't want to leave the plantation. That's the only reason why we got a choice to make today. Because we don't want to leave white America. We can't see our life without white America like they done something. Y'all act like they motherfucking asses invented, you know, the street lights, the air conditioner, the refrigerator, the heart pump, transfusions and stuff. Y'all act like they ass invented it. The GPS, they ain't invented nothing that's necessary for life. But this is what he said. So did. So I don't know which one of y'all lying about heaven. Talk to them. It's in their book. He said this is what he said. This was his vision. See, you got a vision and he got a vision too. The vision that come up when we think about Jesus Christ in heaven, it look like him. Half of y'all, some of y'all probably still got that. Well, I don't know y'all, but I know people in my life where I'm from. Hell, some of my neighbors right now, we talk about it too. We still got the white man on their wall. So I don't know who lying. Oh, I'm going to read this to them. I sure will. Maybe we'll go to the community room. If they ask and sit still and listen, But it's just got to be that little paragraph right there, because I'm going to let them know. I don't know who lying. Is you lying about heaven, or is he lying about heaven? But I ain't going. I'm going to the afterlife where my ancestors at. Because Emmett Till is not with Carolyn Bryant in heaven. I know they told us all that you'll be perfect. You won't be in no pain. You'll be happy. You won't be hungry. You'll just be around your oppressor, the ones that beat you to death and slaughtered you and skinned you alive. You'll just be with them forever and ever and ever. That's what y'all believe. But they told Black America, you got to be crazy to want to leave slavery. You got to be crazy to run off this plantation. That was to make Black America think, we better stay here so we'll be sane. I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. But this is what this man said. Let me give you a little context on it. His name was William Joseph Simmons. And he incorporated the group in 1915 and established its national headquarters in a loft above a downtown Atlanta bank. Simmons was a racist, a club joiner haunted by delusions of greatness and obsessed with the belief that Blacks and immigrants imperiled the United States, a nation divinely ordained to be ruled by white Anglo-Saxons. Now, he was haunted by delusions of greatness, obsessed with the belief that Blacks and immigrants imperiled the United States. Like he entitled to it. Like him and his is entitled to it. Hell, they was the first immigrants. But I digress. Yep, let's read. Atlanta's new Simmons, everybody in Atlanta. Atlanta's new Simmons as a pious, P-I-O-U-S, a pious, prissy walking big man. Oh, he was a big man. Yeah, he a big man. Large badges and charms were heavy upon him. He must have had a whole bunch of charms that didn't mean a damn thing, because he was a loser. He didn't get them badges from being in the service. Not one time did it say that man done been in the service. It said he tried to be a minister and he tried to be a doctor. His ass just done got some fake shit, some cosmetic badges and put them on. Walking big like he's a big man, like he's so important. Well, the large badges and charms were heavy upon him, and he carried this burden joyously. He was proud. Strolling through town, Atlanta, see him coming. There go, what's his name? There goes Simmons. William Joseph Simmons. There's Simmons. Like he's all that. But see, he was already in the Klan. Simmons devoted his life to the KKK, which he described as my child. He already adored them, held them in high honor, because, see, he revived the KKK. They had already been, up and running and killing. He just loved them so much that he revived them. But let me tell you why he revived them, how that came to be. He was born in 1880, though, outside the small Alabama town of Harpersville, just east of Birmingham, Alabama. Known by friends as Doc because he claimed some medical training, Simmons tried several ventures, including serving as a minister. But see, that wasn't good enough because he wasn't able to inflict that rage and stuff, that they like to do. And then he tried selling insurance, and that wasn't worth nothing, Yeah. So he decided to revive the KKK because he said, and this is what he said. He said he formed the group in response to a spiritual vision. He had a vision. I told you. He the one said he had a vision. And the vision was of robed horsemen. He said he formed the group in response to a spiritual vision of robed horsemen galloping across the sky, followed by a vision of a map of the United States. Simmons established his KKK shortly after seeing Birth of a Nation. We're going to watch that. And hearing news of the notorious lynching of Leo Frank outside of Atlanta. Oh, so yeah, because you know the newspapers they was going wild. The newspapers had to really, you know, embellish the stories. They had to really bring it out so they'll get more subscribers to their newspapers and stuff. But after that, honey, he was inspired to revive the KKK, which he called My Child. He already loved them, loved it what they did. He stood for what they did. It was just when he had that vision in heaven. I just read this to show that it said in heaven. That's why I'm just like, you know, which one of y'all was lying? Him or y'all? He had the vision. Y'all got the vision. So for me, I'm going to the afterlife. Yeah. It's decided. So on Thanksgiving night in 1915, we celebrate Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanksgiving is a whole hoax. Just start cooking your meal any time of the year that you want to. Start cooking your meal anytime that you want to. Holidays too. Time to switch that up too. A lot of these holidays and stuff, they governed by evil. Valentine's. Yeah. Valentine's, you know, they used to bake that cake with that little baby in it. I actually got one of those too. A little bitty pink baby. It meant something. I forgot. I don't know. I don't have the notes on them, I don't think. But yeah, these holidays, they some wicked ass holidays. Hell, I didn't know either. Well, let me read about how he feel about himself and stuff. But on Thanksgiving night in 1915, Simmons and 15 friends hiked up the huge granite outcrop of Stone Mountain east of the city and held a ceremony Simmons had contrived on Thanksgiving night. I know Thanksgiving is significant and special to us, you know, and we hold it in high honor. We cook, we have our family over and stuff, but Thanksgiving is a distraction of what's really going on. See, we got to switch this whole thing. I know we don't want to. Shit, make your dressing and stuff, you know, any time of the year. We giving thanks every day. It can't be by white America, by their standard, their timeline. Not no more. Not for black America, it can't. You know, Thanksgiving is because they slaughtered. They slaughtered all them people and then had that turkey and celebrated. And everybody else was mourning from the slaughtering and stuff. So we're going to have to switch that up too. All of these holidays. Christmas. Spending all that money. And then you know they had that video, that documentary. We gonna so they can keep us in that cycle of spending. We got to start using our money and our intelligence, our creativeness, our resources, so we can prepare. We can start prepping. Because everybody finna leave us out. We ain't gonna have no resources that's gonna you know, be like, oh, when the shit hit the fan, and it's gonna hit the fan. And everybody is going to the relief. Everybody got some relief that they can go get. Probably from the government, from the state, from their own people. But us, the government ain't gonna give us nothing. The way we self-hate each other right now, we ain't gonna help each other. So yeah, we gotta get to the root of our self-hate because everything matters. Everything is hanging in the balance because of that. Yeah, don't be my friend. Don't try to be my friend here if you don't want us to do the best we can do for us. No, not face. I stay by myself, me and my ancestors. Because shit, don't be playing us like this. We didn't deserve all of this. We still don't deserve all of this. For all the love, everybody ought to be coming together saying, hey, we ain't got much, but we at least got, you know, 50,000. We're going to help Black America get some economic stability. You know, I don't know. I just be thinking. For all the love, hell, ain't everybody say they love Black America? Ain't that what everybody trying to prove? That they love Black America. They ain't put no money where their mouth is, where they love at. They ain't put no vote where they love at. So where the love? Everybody just don't lie to us. But let me finish about him, because we might not even read the full chapter tonight in this book right here, but maybe we will. I'll just be reading it by myself. But on Thanksgiving night in 1915, him and 15 friends went up to Stone Mountain in Atlanta. And you know, it's a history to Stone Mountain too. Oh yeah. The clan leaders, see, he had bromidic speeches that were strange and flowery. He once described him as he who traversed the realm of the unknown, wrestled the solemn secret from the grasp of night, and became the sovereign emperor master of the great lost mystery. What the fuck does that mean? So he walking around quoting shit like this with all these fake, superficial, cosmetic jewelry on, badges and shit. Ain't been to nobody army because he ain't nothing but a coward, a loser. And he walking around calling about, oh, what's that? He who traversed the realm of the unknown. So he trying to say he walked the outer skirts of the skies of the universe. Let's see. He traversed the realm of the unknown. Yeah. He walked the outer edges of the unknown, the galaxy. Wrestled the solemn secret from the grasp of night. Oh, he grabbed the key of melanin. Okay, let's see here. I'm just trying to see what he's trying to say. He wrestled the solemn secret from the grasp of night. So he done stole something from the grasp of night, like the melanin. He just stole it, you know. He up there. He the one said he up there traversing the realm of the unknown. He the one put himself up there walking in the sky, in the cosmos. We didn't. That's what he said. And it's got it in quotation mark. So he must have said it. And became the sovereign imperial master of the great lost mystery. So, I don't know what imperial master he is of the great lost mystery. How to be black? How to get the key to blackness? I don't even understand what none of that mean, but that's the type of stuff he did. He even had a pamphlet. He would make pamphlets and stuff. Numerous KKK pamphlets. Simmons wrote numerous KKK tracts filled with the breathless, confusing puffery. Oh, that's all his KKK tracts was, with shit like that. Ku Klux Klan, and he was just flowery. And one of the pamphlets, y'all, it was labeled ABC of the Invisible Empire. That was the name of it. ABC of the Invisible Empire, a pack of bullshit, nothing at all, blank as hell. Like a whole stack of notebook paper that you buy with the cellophane still on it, and it's just blank. ABC of the Invisible Empire. Well, a pamphlet labeled the ABC of the Invisible Empire, it declared, this what was in it, it declared the Klan's goals were to shield the sanctity of the home and the chastity of womanhood, to maintain white supremacy, to teach and faithfully inculcate a high spiritual philosophy through an exalted ritualism, and by practical devotedness to conserve, protect, and maintain the distinctive institutions, rights, principles, privileges, and ideals of a pure Americanism. The KKK's mission was to save the white race and Anglo-Saxon civilization from miscegenation and immigration. And then it said, our much boasted melting pot has turned out to be a garbage can, which the nations of the earth dump their refuse. Yeah, that's what he said. ABC of the invisible empire. Nothing at all. And then it goes on to talk about what the KKK is going to do. Yep. It's always something to it. It's always something to it. It's a trick. It's misleading. It's diabolical. Why? To get Black America. The black man. It's always been the black man. It always has been. To get you. I don't know here. I was a black man. I don't think I would have nothing to do with the white man. Nothing. Do you hear me? If I was a black man, I'm just saying me. Because, hell, I'm a black woman, and I'm like, hell, shit, I can't even, I can see my life without them. I can live my life without white America. We got to get used to it. At least, can you envision your life without white America? Because some of us can't even go a whole day without them being on our TV. We just got to look at them, got to hear them some kind of way. We ain't supposed to be that way. We not. Sure ain't. All right, let's read. Order in Chicago. What chapter we on? Chapter 6. Yeah, well, you know we stopped in the middle of the chapter because it was kind of long, and I think I was looking cockeyed and probably reading out of one eye and everything. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait till y'all start reading too. I know, right? Governor Loudon said yesterday that the crisis in Chicago seemed to have been passed. An optimistic opinion, which we all hope was justified. It was not passed, however, till 31 persons had been killed and several hundred wounded. Night before last, it was reported that 4,000 troops were on duty in the armories, awaiting developments. The developments going on at that moment included shooting mobs through various streets The developments going on at that moment including shooting and stabbing at scores of street corners and the procession of armed mobs through various streets in the city. It is hard to see what more serious developments could have been awaited by officials who were charged with the responsibility of maintaining order. The governor approves the reluctance of Mayor Thompson and chief of police to call for the troops on the ground that sending the troops into the troubled districts might arouse some antagonism. And then when the regiments were withdrawn, fresh trouble might break out. Oh, so that was their reason? That's his reason for approving the reluctance? Because it said the governor approves the reluctance of Mayor Thompson and the chief of police to call for the troops on the ground. They didn't want to do it, and he agreed with them because they said, well, sending the troops into the troubled districts might arouse some antagonism, and then when the regiments were withdrawn, fresh trouble might break out. Hey, wasn't they there for that? To stop, the trouble, the violence, the riots? It just don't make no sense to me too much. Like, how long has this been going on? This is like the longest grudge. Oh, my ancestors. This would be an excellent theory if the trouble so far had been only a little sporadic stone throwing, but with fusillades over a huge part of the city and a death roll of 24 or so, it would seem as if some antagonism had already been aroused. Right. They just didn't want to go. They just didn't want to help. Just let them do it. Just kill as many as you can, I guess. The families of the several hundred wounded, it was several hundred people wounded. The families of the several hundred wounded will hardly be impressed by the fear of the authorities that use of the troops would provoke the peaceful population to something really violent. They were scared to go in there because something more violent may happen. Just tell us anything. Anything. I always have. Political intrigues, as well as economic conflicts, may have had something to do with preparing the ground for the riots. And in the riots themselves, the evidence at hand indicated that the blame is to be pretty evenly divided between the two races. Oh, so they're going to evenly divide the blame up, blame black people and the white people. So they don't have to just fully put the blame where the blame belongs. Because we know who the aggressors are. We know who the antagonizers are. See, Black America don't have a history of violence against white America. White America, the one that's always violent with us. White America is the one that can't stand to see us happy, doing for self, doing for each other, actually building and becoming prosperous, becoming self-sufficient. White America got a problem with that. That's why I believe Black America is scared to really get back together again. We're scared to get back together again. I know we don't think we're scared and we don't realize it. It may be an unconscious, a subconscious thing because we won't do it. We fighting tooth and nail so we don't come together again. Because we know when we come together again, y'all know when we come together again, honey, we come together again, everything finna stop. The robot dogs, the cars, the airplanes, everything, we gonna just stop it all. It's just gonna be like, you know how in that movie Superman and stuff, when they were holding their hand out and everything was stopping and stuff. It's like that. The power that we have. Magnificent. Yeah, we ain't got to worry about nothing. We just got to, detox from white supremacy. Yep. We got to become who we supposed to be. It's time for us now. And can't nobody stop it. Who gonna stop the cosmos from what they want to do? I know, right? Sure. Spirit come through. So the governor approved of Mayor Thompson and the chief of police, for not sending the troops in and stuff, because they feel like, if they send the troops in and stuff, it's going to make things worse, and then when the regiments come and stuff, everything going to be off track and stuff, and people going to be more violent, and let's just wait. The people of Chicago, however, had known in advance that these conditions existed, since they trying to blame black people too. But see, the people in Chicago already knew. If they did not foresee such a dreadful consequence, it was quite possibly because they supposed that their city government was able to keep order. Chicago seen it. They knew it in advance, but they thought that the governor, the government, the city government would have things in control. I mean, they had the resources there. They just wouldn't send them in. See, that's why we got to have some type of control of our own communities, even today, especially today. We should have some input, some type of patrolling and protection in our own communities from us. See, the Black Panther Party, they didn't leave like their self-defense plan. They didn't leave it for us to not have it. They didn't leave it for us to not use it. I know we got some people out there that are, in certain cities, I guess, and in certain states that's probably patrolling our communities. But it ain't like it's supposed to be. It ain't like it was supposed to be. No, because everybody cutting corners. Cutting corners on black folk. Just cut the corner on black folk. Big corners too. I ain't gonna cut no big corners on this right here though. But you get my point. Everybody cutting corners on black folks. Yep. Selling us out. They done sold us out. They ready to sacrifice everybody. All of us. Motherfuckers. I can't wait till the ancestors come back. I sure can't. No, I cannot wait till they come back. Riots extending over 4 days and running up a casualty list of somewhere between 300 and 600 are evident indications that the police are either insufficient or incompetent. 4,000 soldiers might have stopped the rioting much sooner if they had not awaited developments in the armory. See, them waiting to remove the causes of race riots is a matter that will require a good deal of thought and a good deal of time, if it can ever be done at all. But to repress the outbreaks of rioting, nothing seems to be needed but officials with courage to use the force that they have in hand. That's all. Like that one police officer. No, he wasn't a police officer. White people were rioting. And they were going into that store, remember, after the black man. And the Greek man, I think it was Greek, he was standing at the door with his rifle. And he told them, you ain't coming in here. But the black man ran out the back. But they were trying to get in. And it held them off. They took their ass on. Because in the book, I think it was this one here, it said that just goes to show what the police could have did if one man did it. They just never tried to. They never tried to. There's no sincerity for black people. Black man or black woman, the black child either. It's all an illusion. Yep, it's all an illusion. Vice and politics as factors in Chicago riots. Negroes and whites drank and danced together in all-night cabarets of the Black Belt. How the pro-German Thompson got nomination as mayor. Exploitation of the Negro in Chicago by politicians is regarded by many as the chief underlying cause of the race riots in that city. Oh, the politicians. So Chicago politicians been exploiting Negroes, black people. Well, that's what it say, Negroes, but in this book right here. So, that's their culture. But ain't all politicians like that? With black people? They exploit us and use us for their gain. Let's read. The bestowal of political preferment and the license under which everything went in the Black Belt of the second largest American city was the inflammable part of the tinder which finally set the city ablaze. And I ain't really into politics. I ain't never really been into politics and stuff. Hell, I didn't know nothing about nothing. Hell, I thought everything was fine. But yeah, I think that Black America should have been crashed that motherfucking bird. We shouldn't have been sitting on the right wing or the left wing, the Democrats or the Republic. We should have been got off that bird. We ain't got no business on it now. Hell, ain't no wing doing neither one of us no good. They all taking us to hell. Ain't nobody finna help us on this political vulture, period. I don't know why Black America is still, vote Democrats. No, we voting Republican. Turn it red, turn it blue. Make America great again. Now, I do know that, the Green Party, they do have reparations on their agenda. And I voted for them a few years ago before the last few elections, presidential elections, for Hawkins, Angela and Hawkins. Yeah. But I'm just, as far as politics and stuff, why are we even still on this motherfucking bird? How much fear do our people in position have? Because them some scary asses to set up here and let us get to this point. In politics. I mean, between a rock and a hard place, still on the same bird, just on the plane, We just holding on for dear life. Black America. I think Dr. Claude Anderson said it's 9,000 people, our people, in the whole, political, that whole arena right there. So we're going to read his book too. Because, this whole setup, this whole sellout, it's so disgusting. How y'all going to sell out your own people? All across the board. All across the board. That's all I see. Like these apples. Like these apples on this right here. It's like everybody done sold us out on every apple. To come from people like this. Great people. Marvelous people. So intelligent, brilliant, exceptional. I mean, we got the talent right there in our hands. We so intelligent. The computer itself was built off of this big brain. But then to get in position and just forget everything, sell out your whole people. I don't understand it. So don't. But I know shit we finna do for us. And if it come down to it, Black America, leave they motherfucking asses on that bird. Leave their asses on it because we getting off. Yep, we getting off that political bird too. We need our own black political party. Fuck that shit too. Maybe I do talk too much. Somebody need to be saying something worth listening to. Because I don't even want to get started on Project 2025 and Trump and Kamala and black people and stuff. But I will another day. Let's get to reading. Let's read. Yeah. Because it's just, ooh-wee. The influx of thousands of Negroes from the South in the last 3 years was a contributing factor. Because, Chicago finna blaze up. The influx of thousands of Negroes from the South in the last 3 years, thousands in 3 years, was a contributing factor. Their arrival in an already congested district made expansion necessary. Steadily, the Black Belt, which stretches for 5 miles through the heart of the densely populated south side of Chicago, bulged out into what a few years ago was a choice residential district. This continuous encroachment aroused protest and bitter feeling. The advance guard of the colored race, which moved into the white neighborhoods, was the better class of Negro families who sought to escape the steady encroachment of the undesirable element of their own race. So what happened was the more black people that came, the wealthy, well-off black people decided, well, we don't want to live around them. We're going to move on over here, like to the suburbs, like. But they called it choice residential. But it was just like the suburbs. It was better, better neighborhoods. So black folks feel like, yeah, we don't want to live around our povertized people. We're going to live over here closer to white folks. But white folks probably didn't even like that. Yep, let's read. They had no desire, but even though they were there, they moved. But they had no desire to antagonize their white neighbors. They just wanted to move from, black people that were different than them. They were poor, they were loud, they didn't have, stuff. So I guess they felt like, we better than them. Let's just move over here, closer to white people. We'll be more comfortable. We won't have to ask them, do they need help? That's what it was. Their relations had always been friendly, but they were between two fires. Pressing always behind them was the influx of a lawless element of their own race. Black people, you can't tell them nothing. They were doing whatever, they wasn't abiding by the law. Didn't have nothing going on for themselves. So, they were caught in the middle. And then few of the newcomers brought Negro women with them. And some Chicago observers hold the absence of home life among them partly accountable for the present trouble. So they lost some women with them. Well, political power. The second ward in Chicago is the heart of the Black Belt. 80% of the voters in this ward are Black. White men represented this ward in the city council until 1915. But now both aldermen are Negroes. 2 men control most of the Negro vote in Chicago. They are Congressman Martin B. Bolden of the 1st Illinois District and George F. Harding, former alderman, later state senator, and now city controller. It was the balance of power between the Negroes and swung by Harding that gave William Hale Thompson, more widely known as a pro-German than for his kindness to Negroes, the nomination for mayor of Chicago in the spring of 1915. Harding had represented the 2nd Ward to Chicago for several years. He retired and permitted Oscar D. Priest, a Negro, to be elected. In return for this favor, the Negroes swept the mayoralty nomination into Thompson's lap. Thompson won the nomination by a margin of a few hundred votes. D. Priest became one of the chief floor leaders in the city council for the Thompson administration. His public career was cut short by his indictment in connection with the alleged collection of tribute in the Black Belt, but he was later acquitted. Like now. Another Negro succeeded him. Then the 2nd Ward Negroes grew bolder, demanded both seats in the city council, and got them. In his campaign for the nomination and election in 1915, Thompson catered to Negro voters. He catered to Negro voters. After his election, he rewarded many of their leaders with jobs. So openly did the Thomas crowd treat the Negroes that somebody dubbed the city hall Uncle Tom's Cabin. Dang. One man caused handbills to be printed, setting forth a complete cast of characters, which included Mayor Thompson and other city hall job holders, white and Black. It got a big laugh, which is Chicago's usual good-natured way of disposing of her problems. Lid off the Black Belt. Thompson had been mayor only a short time when evidence was apparent that there was no lid as far as the Black Belt was concerned. No lid as far as the Black Belt was concerned. From other sections of the city, white men and white women of the old underworld who had experienced some long, lean years flocked to the neighborhood. White men brought saloons and cabarets and pushed Negroes to the front of their ostensible owners. Pushed Negroes to the front as their ostensible owners. Damn. So white folk just came in, bought up everything, and then, hired Black people to work there. And then, Black people gonna come where Black people is at, but it wasn't ours. Soon, the Black Belt became known as the district where everything went. At night, cabarets were jammed with whites and Blacks until the morning sun streaked the sky over Lake Michigan. People were jamming. In other parts of the city, saloons and cabarets closed at 1 a.m. But automobiles lined the curves for blocks all night in the Black Belt. And latecomers stood in line for hours outside of some of the more notorious Black and tan cabarets, waiting for a chance to get inside. Jazz bands filled the air with syncopated sound, while in the cabarets, whites and Blacks mingled in carousel. It was here that the shimmy dance is said to have originated. The rattle of dice and the click of poker chips were seldom stilled in the heart of the district. Gambling was conducted on the business scale. A syndicate was formed, and no independent could operate successfully in that district without its approval. These gambling games were run under the name of clubs, but a fat bankroll gained easy admission to them. It was like a club. You had to be a member to get in, but if you got the money, You come right on in. Yeah. Bill Lewis, noted for years as a gambler, conducted a game in 35th Street near State Street. So brazen was the conduct of this gambling house that for a long time, Lewis did not bother to pull the curtains down. He just let the game, let everything be seen. He didn't even pull the blind, shut the door, or nothing. Tell him, be quiet, let's keep it down. Yep, that's what he said right here too. So brazen was the conduct of this gambling house that for a long time, Lewis did not bother to pull the curtains down, and the games could be watched from the platform of the elevated railroad station. It was a railroad tracks right over there. You could sit in the railroad station and look right inside the window. Yep. Finally, out of seeming consideration for the feelings of the police, the shades were drawn. Conditions generally known. The newspapers of Chicago repeatedly exposed conditions in the Black Belt. Members of the city council sometimes denounced it. Reformers visited the all-night cabarets and wrote long reports about them. Numerous complaints were made to the police. Conditions finally became so notorious that the all-night cabarets were closed. For a few weeks, the Black Belt was comparatively quiet, except for the gambling games, which was seldom molested. See, they'll let you gamble. Then came vice in a new form, in the shape of clubs, which were in reality dance halls. These new places had no liquor licenses, although most of them sold intoxicants, and they didn't open their doors till midnight or 1 a.m. They caught the crowds which surged out of the cabarets at the closing hour and held them to sunrise. The old Pekin Theater, that's Pekin, the old Pekin Theater at 2700 State Street. For years, one of the leading Negro amusement houses in the country became one of these dance halls. The establishments were openly condemned for a long time without being molested. But early in 1918, the city council passed an anti-cabaret ordinance, which put a damper for a time on the nightlife of the city. Yep, said it put a damper on it for a time, probably for a little while. But late spring, however, the mayoralty election came around again. Mayor Thompson was a candidate for re-election and was re-elected. The Black Belt did its duty. When the primary campaign opened, the lid was tossed overboard. Resorts which had been closed reopened. The Black Belt became, once again, the center of night activities. With the elections over in April and prohibition looming up in the near future, the hearts of the city officials were softened, and the lid stayed off. In the last few months, conditions in the Black Belt have been almost unprecedented. Men who have traveled the country over say that nowhere in the United States have they witnessed such scenes as they saw in the notorious Black and Tan resorts in the south side of Chicago. State's Attorney McClay Hoyne, Hoyne, of Chicago a few days ago laid the blame for the race riots at the door of the politicians, who he said taught the Negroes disrespect for the law. The police department, said Mr. Hoyne, has been demoralized to such an extent by the politicians, black and white, on the south side that they are afraid to arrest and prosecute men with political backing or who claim to have political influence. Others have issued similar warnings from time to time in the last 2 or 3 years. Municipal Judge Harry M. Fisher, after sitting for a time in the morals court, where the larger percent of the offenders were Negro men and women, he said, my opinion, based on observation in this court, is that crime conditions among colored people are being deliberately fostered by the present city administration. Disorderly cabarets, thieves, and depraved women are allowed in the section of the city where colored people live. They have an expression. The law is around tonight, as a warning to behave. so seldom is the law enforced. Lynching in Omaha. 700 federal troops quiet Omaha. Mayor recovering. Omaha mob rule defined by most of the population. And then it says right here in a little interlude. Special to the New York Times. Lynching of Negro openly rejoiced in. Lynching of Negro openly rejoiced in. Although businessmen condemn it, troops patrol streets, balloon watches over Negro section. General Wood arrives today to take command. Will prosecute rioters. Grand jury to be summoned today. Hundreds of arrests threatened. Omaha, Nebraska, September the 29th. With 700 federal soldiers on guard in the streets, the city is calm tonight, and there has been no renewal of the violent outbreaks of yesterday and early this morning, which resulted in the lynching of a Negro and an attempt to lynch Mayor E.P. Smith. They can lynch his ass too. The fatal shooting of a rioter and injuring of several score of others, and the partial destruction of the county courthouse by bombs thrown by members of the mob. And to be clear, the mob, the one doing all the lynching and the violence and stuff, these is white people. Okay, so we be clear. The title of this book here, Racial Violence in the United States. There is no racial violence of black people attacking white people. There's a history of white people attacking black people. White people were these aggressors, these murderers, these mobs. I know, because it seemed like sometimes when you're reading this stuff, it seemed like the same thing the media is saying today about black men. Like white men ain't never did it. Like the mindset just materialized with everybody else. Meanwhile, the condition of Mayor Smith. Meanwhile, the condition of Mayor Smith, who was in a critical state early this morning, is reported better tonight. The federal troops arrived during the early morning and daytime from Forts Omaha and Fort Brooks, Nebraska and Camp Dodge, Iowa, for riot duty. Well, the federal troops arrived during the early morning and daytime from Fort Omaha and Brooks, Nebraska, and Camp Dodge, Iowa, for riot duty. More troops are on the way, and when all arrive, there will be nearly 2,000 regulars on duty in the city. The troops are distributed at strategic points. Distributed as strategic, STRATEGIC, throughout the city, and have machine guns ready for use if necessary. Military headquarters have been established at Central Police Station by Colonel J.E. Morris of the 20th Infantry. Members of the police department were put under his orders. General Leonard Wood, commander of the Central Department of the Army, who was ordered here by Secretary Baker to take charge of the situation, he's expected tomorrow morning. Governor McKelvey, who has been in the western part of the state, telegraphed the authorities today that he will be in Omaha late tonight, so they're all coming in. The calm in the city is due partially, the police think, to the fact that at dark tonight, a heavy electrical storm and rainstorm broke over the city, driving everybody to cover. Everybody had to go in. For more than an hour, the downpour continued, flooding the streets and rendering traffic almost impossible. Streetcars were impeded and were forced to stop for half an hour. That's how much it rained. It stormed. During the storm, the 700 regulars continued to patrol their beats around the riot district. They were still patrolling, even if it was storming, in the business section of the city and in the Negro district. So even though it was storming, the 700 regulars, they still patrolled their beats around the riot district, in the business section of the city, and in the Negro district. But you know, white people was in, it was storming. Observation balloon on duty. Oh, is this what he's talking about? It was a balloon watching over the Negro section. Oh, wow. At 24th and Lake Streets, in the heart of the Negro district, 300 soldiers were stationed. 18 machine guns were trained down the adjacent streets. Oh. Up aloft an observation. Up aloft, whatever that is, up aloft an observation balloon from Fort Omaha swings to and fro. Oh, they got a balloon up there swinging to and fro, while observers in the basket watch for fires that might be started in the Negro district. The Negroes were well armed. Negro leaders today told the city commissioners that practically every one of the 10,000 Negroes in Omaha was armed, and they were ready to fight for their life in their home. They was ready to fight for their life in their home. Everybody had a gun. Last night, the Negroes looted several hardware stores in the north end of the city and obtained additional weapons, probably for the women. I don't know. They just had to become their first line of defense everywhere. Black people just had to. And then we remember in the other stories, the hardware stores would not sell Black people guns to protect themselves. So when these things happen, you know, they just had to get them some weaponry, get them some ammunition. A meeting attended by several hundred of the prominent business and professional men in the city was held today. At its close, a statement was issued, stating in part, in response to a call from the civil authorities in Omaha and in the state of Nebraska, General Leonard Wood has instructed Colonel Wise to have the streets of Omaha patrolled by regular soldiers of the United States Army. Full protection will be afforded to all persons threatened with disorder, and no further attacks or outbreaks of any kind will be permitted. Arms carried by private citizens must be surrendered. No crowds will be permitted to congregate where disorders may arise. Those persons who took part in the mob violence last night are, in the eyes of the law, guilty of murder. Civil government will be immediately restored in the city of Omaha, and all criminal participants in the mob will be promptly prosecuted. But while the mob does not meet with the approval of business and professional men in the city, it undoubtedly met with the approval of the average working man, as well as clerks, stenographers, and people of those classes. These constitute by far the majority, are not only not ashamed, but are actually pleased at the work of the mob last night. They are proud that Omaha lynched the Negro, burned the body, wrecked the $1 million courthouse and the jail, burned thousands of invaluable records, and strung the mayor of the city up to a trolley pole because he refused to order the police to throw the Negro Brown into the hands of thousands who was clamoring for his blood. That's what it said in the book. I'm going to read it again, because that's what it said. Ooh. These constitute by far the majority, the people, the mob. Most of them, maybe not all of them, but most of their asses felt like this. Where does that feeling go? Where does that mindset go? And it says, not only they not ashamed, but they actually pleased at the work of the mob. They are proud that Omaha lynched the Negro, burned the body, wrecked the $1 million courthouse and jail, burned thousands of invaluable records, and strung the police and strung the mayor of the city up to a trolley pole because he refused to order the police to throw the Negro into the hands of thousands who were clamoring for his blood. They wanted his blood. They wanted his body. And the mayor wouldn't do it. So hell, they gonna hang his ass too. They had strung him up. Yeah. To a pole. That sentiment is not confined to the men. It's not only the men. Many Omaha women glory in that fact. They glory in the fact that Brown, who assaulted a 19-year-old white girl and who was living with another white woman, had been burned and hanged. That sentiment, that feeling, where they were proud that the black man was lynched, burned. They were proud that the mob wrecked the whole, destroyed $1 million worth of damage, burned invaluable records that held people's freedom in their hand. People's freedom was on them invaluable records. No doubt, black people. But that's how they was. That's what they liked. It says right here, many Omaha women, glory in the fact that Brown, who assaulted a 19-year-old white girl and who was living with another white woman, had been burned and hanged. But right today, when I just telling y'all yesterday, last night, that video I seen white women just clamoring, oh, we love you, black men, telling about all the reasons they love him and stuff. Y'all asses ain't even been held accountable for what you did to the black men. Our sons, black women's sons, brothers, uncles, fathers. And now you want all of us black women to think that you so sincere, that you done had a change of heart. You don't feel like that no more. You ain't manipulative no more. You can be trusted now. Well, I'm here to say, nah, we all don't believe that. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I don't care what y'all say, how many babies you want to have together, how much you want to build up, because you have not repented and you have not repaid. You have run from the history of this white America. You have run from the history of this. You have let black America excuse you from this. You done brought other people over here. Any and everything, just keep piling stuff up so that black America never gets a wind of this. Ooh, oh my ancestors. Let's read. Many women, of course, are ashamed of the action of the mob. Many of them was. And they should have been. It ain't no reason why it should have been 10 or 20 white women with his mindset. Over half of they motherfucking asses should have been of John Brown's mindset. And you know, the white man went home and told them every single time what black men they done lynched, what it was like for him, his last words, what they did, what they said, how they tortured him, told him everything. So now it don't make no sense for these books to make it seem like, you know, hell, there were more of them than it was the white man. But we can't see none of that. It's saying it right there in the books. Many women, of course, are ashamed of the action of the mob, but in the main, the women are pleased. Why do most of them women have the mindset like this right here? And a few of them had the mindset of John Brown, like Sabrina. But the rest of them, so you want to tell us, Black America, that we should trust. Just because you can trust Sabrina, you know, don't worry about the rest of them. That's not fair to us. That's lying to us. We got to do better, Black America. This is it. This is the last opportunity. Yeah, and I ain't trying to scare you. I ain't trying to fearmonger us or nothing. I'm just letting us know this is the last opportunity. Sure will, honey. It's going to be real, real hard right now. This next 4 years is going to be very crucial. And that ain't the end either, because after that, you know, we got this new world order coming up. We don't even know what that's going to look like. We just got to start building for us, thinking about us. What can we do for us? I don't care how small it is. Do it. Start it. You need somebody, call me. I'll come over there. I love to read. Teach me. I'll be the first one you can teach. Because we got to do something for us. We can't sit by and wait for somebody else to do it. We can't wait for white America to do right. White America ain't never even joined with us to fight for reparations. They just sit back, oh, we're going to sit back and I'll sign it right here. White America should have been out there screaming louder than our asses hell cut the check. Should have been mailing, emailing, calling. For all the love. Today, scores of young girls in stores and offices are bragging about their part in the mob last night. I bet they are. The same ones. Same mentality. Many told of being in the mob from its inception in the early afternoon until the closing scene when Brown's body was burned just across the street from the federal courthouse and the post office. How many of our cities, our towns, still got that same courthouse? I know them little small hick towns do. How many of them still got the same courthouse, the same fire department? What did it say right here? The same post office. Yeah, we all go to the courthouse. Everybody got to go to the courthouse at some time or another. But see, it's different for you than it is for them. It's different for Black America going to the courthouse than it is for white America going to the courthouse. See, Black America go to the courthouse if we even know or remember or give thought to the atrocious crimes that happen. Like this right here. In the yard of the courthouse. But when white America go to the courthouse, all they thinking about it. It's on their mind. Right over there is where they hung Brown at. I'm just gonna take that little shortcut to my car right there, you know. Or they got a little bitty chicken fence around it with some flowers right there, you know. See, they do stuff like that to us because we don't know. That's why they do it. A vigorous prosecution of the men responsible for the lynching of Brown is being prepared by County Attorney Shotwell. Several arrests were made this afternoon of small boys who threw bricks through the windows of the courthouse. But these were released on the promise of their parents that they would be in juvenile court when called. The sheriff had been afraid to put the boys in jail for fear the mob would return tonight and destroy the building. And they would have. For them babies. They were just boys, but they would have came and got them. A grand jury will be called tomorrow by the district court by the district court to inquire into the rioting. A list of hundreds of those who were in the mob is being prepared, and these will be summoned to testify. Photographs made by newspaper photographers, which plainly show the faces of men and women, are being obtained by the authorities and will be used as proof in the trials, which the county attorney says will follow swiftly. Lieutenant Colonel West today issued this proclamation to the cities of Omaha. Rioting in the streets of Omaha has been suppressed and the situation is well at hand. All law-abiding citizens of whatever race or color will be given full protection of person and property. It is requested of all good citizens that all firearms and ammunition be surrendered without delay to Chief of Police or to the nearest military headquarters. This will be expected of all, irrespective of race or color. Property so surrendered will be receipted and later returned. All persons are warned that looting will be summarily dealt with. The carrying of arms will be looked upon as an intention to disregard the law. Have confidence in the military forces that are protecting you and assist them in restoring order by obeying their instruction. Jacob S. West, Lieutenant Colonel, USA, Commanding 1st Omaha. Yeah, that's what he said. The American Legion this afternoon decided to assist in maintaining law and order, although returning soldiers and sailors cut a sorry picture last night. Many leading spirits of the mob wore uniforms, and soldiers with guns were scattered throughout the mob everywhere. The only man killed besides the Negro Brown was a returned soldier. But this afternoon, 300 members of the Legion have been shipped from the state arsenal at Lincoln and will arrive tomorrow morning. Let's read. 9 killed in a fight with Arkansas police. Oh, this here was October the 7th, 1919. Helena, Arkansas. Wasn't it just a tornado? A storm in Helena? I think it was a tornado, or was it a hurricane or something? I remember hearing about Helena in the news. I didn't really watch it and stuff, but I remember hearing it. Yeah, because I think that storm went through several towns, didn't it? Ooh, y'all, I really didn't watch it and stuff, but I was listening to it. You know, when you're going through YouTube and stuff, and it stay on one of the prompts, and it'll tell a little bit about it. I think those storms went through these towns. Some of these towns, these cities, the storms are going through them, y'all. I do believe I heard something to that effect. If I ever see it again, I will bring it so we can watch it. Because that's just confirmation. That's just confirmation. All right, Helena, Arkansas, October 2nd. Clint Leonard, J.A. Tappan of Helena. J.A. Tappan of Helena. Whites and 7 Negroes are known to be dead. Are known to be dead at Elaine, near Helena, as a result of clashes today, with a posse searching for the persons who last night from ambush fired upon and killed W.D. Atkins, railroad special agent, according to the reports reaching here tonight. A third man, Ira Proctor, and a number of Negroes are known to have been wounded. Tappan, who was prominent in business in Helena, died at a hospital here from wounds received in the fighting in the streets of Elaine, Arkansas. You know, it was a riot too. One of the race riots, one of the worst race riots, was in Elaine, Arkansas. Oh, sister, was that Sister Danielle, I think, had sent me that. Yep. Proctor, who was also brought here, is not expected to live. The body of Lee who died from wounds at Elaine, was brought to his home here. Women and children of Elaine and vicinity are being brought to Helena on a special train for safety. Armed men are patrolling the streets of Helena. An engineer of the Missouri Pacific Railroad, who arrived in Helena tonight, said that he pulled a steel gondola loaded with women and children out of Elaine late today, and that his train was fired upon by Negroes from trees along the track. A white prisoner was brought to this city late tonight with a group of 15 Negroes who were placed in the county jail. The white man is alleged to have been the leader of the Negroes who fought the sheriff's posse throughout the day. The jail is under strong guard. The white man is alleged to have been the leader of the Negroes who fought the sheriff's posse throughout the day. The jail is under strong guard. The trouble began last night when Deputies Pratt and Deputy Atkins and a Negro trustee were ambushed opposite a Negro church at Hoop Spur, 10 miles north of Elaine, Arkansas. While they was on their way to arrest members of the Clem family, CLEM, who are said to be involved in a row among themselves. The accounts of the surviving deputy and the Negro trustee indicating that the attack on the three men had been made by an organized band of Negroes. Posses were hastily organized by the sheriff and rushed to Elaine. The first posse to arrive was met by a force of armed Negroes and immediately sent back urgent calls for reinforcement. They called back, "We need help. Send some more." They were like, "Send reinforcements," declaring the Negroes were assembling in large numbers and had begun promiscuously firing on white people. So they said that the Negroes, there were too many of them, they had guns, they were firing on them, send back up. Within an hour, reports came of a pitched battle in the streets of Elaine between the posse and the Negroes. Later, it was reported that the Negroes had been driven from Elaine, but that fighting was still in progress a mile to the north, where the band was said to have received reinforcements. Fighting in this vicinity continued late in the afternoon, but died down toward dark. Returning members of the posse brought numerous stories and some rumors, through all of which ran the belief that the rioting was due to propaganda distributed among the Negroes by white men, more than white one. It says here by white men. It was clearly indicated, they said, that there was an organization of Negroes antagonistic to the white residents in the southern part of the county. Negroes in that section, it was said, had asserted that they would not pick the present cotton crop unless paid their own price, and numbers of them are reported to have refused to work for the white farmers for day wages. It is stated on good authority that Negroes in the vicinity of Elaine have been holding secret meetings at night, and that unidentified white men have been circulating literature among them. Wow. Woo-wee. I know it's a lot, ain't it? Well, plotters behind the plots. We almost done. We're going to wrap it up soon. Let's see. We got a couple of more pages. Cause, honey, yeah, it's deep. I think we almost getting to half of the book. Yeah, this is right here. Then I'm gonna let us go so we can get some sleep because it is 2:30. My people. Plotters behind the plots. Two facts or perhaps it is safer to say two natural conclusions from available knowledge, give a high degree of plausibility to the charge made by several responsible officials in the state of Arkansas that the IWW had been inciting the Negroes there to rise in armed revolt and massacre their white neighbors. The first of these facts or conclusions is that no other group of people living in this country would do such a thing. And the other is that the record of the IWW shows that among its members are men quite capable of it. That, of course, is not evidence of the sort that would lead to conviction in court or that even would justify arrest. There is more than a chance, however, that the investigation which the Attorney General and the Postmaster General have been asked to make, and which presumably they will undertake at once, will reveal just who have been working on the ignorance and animosity of the Negroes and deluding them into the belief that such wrongs as they have and such ambitions as they nourish can be attained by a revolution. None knows better than the IWW leaders and utter hopelessness of accomplishing in that way more than a few murders at frightful ultimate cost to the Negro themselves. But such considerations would not cause either hesitation or compunction in the minds aiming to bring about any and every disturbance of peace that can be devised. So the promoters of the apparent enterprise have been spreading not a little money in organizing and arming the victims of their plot, and they have secured by means easily and manageable the support of certain papers in the North, not openly to preach a race war indeed, but to exaggerate real grievances and to create unreal ones. And by clear implication, to convey the thought that for such a situation, only one remedy, the most desperate, exists. And, in my opinion, that is to, rage. And we'll start tomorrow on the Negro in Chicago, a study of race relations and race riot. Wow. We definitely need healing. That's a lot. The more I read, the more I am sure we need healing. And it ain't the Bible. I am not sorry. The Bible cannot give us the healing that we need. Not from this right here. The more I read, that's not going to cut it this time. This is a new awakening. A last awakening. But yeah, I want to thank you all again. I appreciate your patience and, your presence here. And, I love y'all. I love us. I can't wait till we start reading and building together because, we ain't finna let nobody sacrifice us no more. No. I know they call us the lower class, don't they? I know they call us the lower class. They talking about us, ain't they? Because, they be like the middle class and the lower class, Is that why it's so easy for them to feel like, they going to sacrifice us? Hell, just like been done to them. And now they doing it to us and stuff. But we're not going to let them sacrifice us. If anything, we're going to be the ones that's surviving. We're going to be the ones to survive. So we got to start prepping. We got to start prepping. I can't say it enough. I wish I still had my pictures of that little garden. Y'all, it was phenomenal just to see my little shoots growing up and stuff. Yep. But we can do it again. I'm going to do it again. You are too. If you got some tips and stuff, let us know so we can get started here because we behind. Shoot, I ain't been here but a couple of months, but we so far behind. I am. Tell us how you got yours started so we can do it. I mean, we've got to help each other now. We don't need no money or nothing like that. But once I get situated, I want to be able to send out, significances that we need. Yes, I sure do, honey. I'm going to be sending you a pot, some soil, and some seeds. I mean, little things like that to just help us, because everybody not going to have the resources to make sure in our homes we got food and water, you know. And like I said earlier, it ain't going to be the food that we eat day to day and stuff. You know, you might be having a salad 2 times a day and a stir fry. It ain't going to be no meat. You know, 9 times out of 10, we ain't going to have meat. You know, we going to have to do what, you know, the best we can. But we've already done that. We know how to work with, you know, the best we can. Use what you got. We know how to do that perfectly. Or did y'all forget? Did we forget? Well, I know I probably forgot a few things. But I'm willing to relearn. I sure am. I'm willing to relearn it. All of it. Yep, it's just a new day. For us. Yep. Just break my heart. People just ready to sacrifice Black America again. Yep. And they think we don't know. For all the love. Well, they can sacrifice their own ass, because they ain't sacrificing us this time. They's not going to set us up and use us so that they can be all right. Then when it's all over and done, oh, they were just casualties. No, we can't let that happen no more. That ain't going to do nothing but hurt us. Leave a whole bunch of our babies without us. Our numbers just steady getting smaller, Black America. We got to start thinking, start focusing. This is about our ancestors and our babies. What kind of future are we going to leave them with these people right here? Can you imagine the torture they're going to do to our babies? Oh, yeah, your people had 200 years of freedom. And they didn't fight for you guys. That's why y'all don't know nothing about this. Oh, yeah. We better do something. But yeah, let me get on out here because I'm tired too. I know y'all tired. Ain't y'all sleeping? Please don't be up on social media just doing nothing. Get you some rest, family. Yeah, and think about the ancestors. Don't forget. Thank our ancestors. And all our praying the night before we go to sleep and stuff. You know, I'm going to meditate a little bit too. You know, and just put it in there. Thank your ancestors. That's it. I love you. Peace and power to our people. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at lunchtime. Yep, I sure will, because we got some more books to read. Oh, what I miss. All Roma. You know we on here reading. Yeah, racial violence. We still reading racial violence in the United States. We are on a mission to heal Black America. We on a mission to heal Black America of all our self-hate. All our hate towards each other. Our animosity towards each other. We're here to heal ourselves. We starting at the root of self-hate. We ain't starting with nothing else. We starting at the root. Why are we self-hating? I don't hate y'all. Y'all not my enemies. My sisters and my brothers are not my enemies. I know we got some weaklings out there. We got some hotheads out there. I know. Yep. We got to make sure we don't have any more hotheads and weaklings out there. We got to teach our babies what they need to know. This is the reason why they out there running amok, stampeding, hurting each other and stuff, because they don't know about us. We ain't never taught them about our greatness. We haven't taught them about any of this. They need these knowledges, the good and the bad. They can't have one without the other. Why are we doing them like that? And then we like, oh, that's their culture. That's how they do. Just thugs, super predators. What was that lady that called Black men super predators? Was it Clinton? Like this never happened. Like they never just ran through every city, every town. Like ravenous dogs, slobbing over a Black body. clamoring for, what did it just say in that last chapter we read? Clamoring for that man's body. Just snarling at the mouth, slobbing, just growling. So no, don't make my brother out to be the savage. No, don't do me, because I ain't going. So ain't I already know what happened. I know who projected all of this on us, on the black man and the black woman. And the white woman want to set her ass up there like she ain't done nothing. Oh, no, don't blame me. We love the black men. Oh, black women, your baby's so beautiful. Can we talk about this first? These black babies that's in these books right here, what you did to these black babies. Put your hand on none of our kids. And we better stop them from getting them from the CPS. Start telling y'all young daughters and, be a child protector, be a foster parent. Be a foster parent. We got to start telling our young children, our young adults, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, young. Give them some different ideas for us. We need things like that. What's wrong with being a foster parent? You ain't their parent. But if a black child comes up and need a home, we'll have someone there instead of sending them somewhere else where we know the underlying mindset. It ain't like ours. I know they always be like, well, black kids need a home. Why don't y'all do it? We will do it. We're going to have to do it. It ain't going to kill us. It didn't before. The only thing that killed us was white America. Making us hate each other. Making us have to compete against each other. And grovel at each other and feel like, oh, Sydney got it better. Sydney got it better than Cindy. And they sisters. But all this jealousy and stuff. Oh, yours better, yours bigger, yours brighter, yours heavier. And for what? So we don't think about this? So that we don't remember this? So we don't know what's coming around again? But yeah, if we know, we better tell it. I know, and I'm telling it. I'm telling everything. I'm reading everything. Somebody said earlier that we should read the 13th Amendment, and we will. We sure will. Matter of fact, before I go, I don't know if it's in this book right here, but we're finna read this too. We're reading everything up in here. Ain't nothing off limits up in here. So ain't not when it comes to Black America, honey, we finna be reading the Supreme Court. I don't even know if this is the right book, but we gonna read it. Shit, school didn't do us right. School didn't teach us shit. If this is the wrong book, we'll get the right book. We ain't here just to talk and be like, oh, yeah, well, we learned that and go on about our business. No, that's not why we're here. We're here to learn these things so we can put them into practice. We got to put everything into practice. I don't care how small it is. So don't look at here. Check this out, y'all. I had got me, since I was talking about the garden, the inside garden, I had got me some ginger the other day. And look, it's got a little shoot on it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy me some more soil and at least start my ginger. Look, it's got a little shoot on it. You see that little shoot right there? Can you see it? On that ginger right there, I think I'm just going to give me a little pot of soil, and I'm just going to start all over with the ginger first. But let's go ahead and do it, And y'all that got y'all gardens and stuff, let us know what help them grow. Somebody said coffee. I don't know, but just let us know because we need to do these things. We need to help each other. I'll be the first one to say I need help. I sure will, honey. I don't care. Tell me how to do it. I've been trying. I got some books on it, but I still need help. We still need guidance. We see those, some of them that's got really big flourishing gardens and won't even tell you how to make the homemade solution to keep the pests off of your plants, the leaves. Because, you know, them pets, they'll eat your leaves and stuff. We got to do them things for each other. That's something small. Now, that is something really small. Imagine when we get to the big stuff. How to make money, how to save money. We're going to be like, oh, I don't want to tell you how to do that right there. Why not? We're sisters. We're brothers. We all are the victims of this. We got post-traumatic slave syndrome. Now, Dr. Joy DeGrasse did say everybody need healing, but she was talking to us. We got post-traumatic slave syndrome. White people ain't got post-traumatic slave syndrome. They asked me to learn what the hell they did to cause this. They know they need to get their mind around it so they can see how to fix it and heal their motherfucking self. That's why I am with it. I don't know where they at and stuff, you know, and people that's trying to, you know, just push this under the rug again and say, nah, we don't need to talk about this no more. We never did talk about it. If you ask Face, I ain't heard nothing about it. Well, you must have just talked about it with a few people. And then as soon as y'all finished the book, that was it. We ain't just talking about this right here. This needs to be some accountability. Even if, from my point of view, even if we don't confront the white woman, let her ass know that we know, she will feel the difference. Because amongst ourselves, we finna get the hell away from her. That's what this is about right here. You know, call it division. I didn't divide it. I didn't start the division. It was already started. Hell is already cranking up again. If the division had got smaller, well, it's opening back up wide again because y'all asses done got Trump in there, and we know Trump is the avenger of the white man. That's what that newspaper said. I told y'all about it a couple of weeks ago. I got the newspaper over there on the wall. I'll read that too. But that's what they said. Trump was the avenger of the white man. And that's what he is. He the one done made white folks feel like it's okay to tell us how they feel again. So don't mislead yourself. Don't get it twisted and think they won't show Black America what they mean again, because you know they will. We know they will. Shit, these people ain't playing with us. They done showed us time and time and time again. Oh, good night, Hank. I love you, my brother. Yeah. I thank y'all for y'all time too. And let's go get us some rest. Because tomorrow we will be back. Sure will, honey. We got work to do. Ooh, y'all, I can't wait till y'all start reading to the babies. Look at this book right here. Ooh, ain't this so pretty? I can see they little big pretty eyes looking at all the pictures and stuff. Look. Yeah. They're going to be going to get the book. Bringing you the book. Want to read. My grandbabies do it too. Yeah. This is so beautiful. Oh, look at it. I'm a real rebel with a cause. Ooh, that's Nina Simone. Born February 21st, 1933 in Tryon, North Carolina. And she died April 21st, 2003 in Carry-le-Rouet, France. Nina Simone. I'm a real rebel with a cause. Y'all want to real fast? Nina Simone was a songwriter and activist dubbed the High Priestess of Soul. Her repertoire, Yeah, repertoire. Repertoire, was a unique blend of jazz, blues, soul, R&B, and gospel. Wow. Influenced by her training as a classical pianist. Throughout her career, Nina was celebrated as a master griot or storyteller who hypnotized her audiences with her interpretation of lyrics and her musicianship. Oh, Yeah, she hypnotized her audiences with her interpretation of lyrics and her musicianship. Her autobiography and one of her most popular albums were titled "I Put a Spell on You." I heard that too. She was born Eunice Kathleen Wayman to strict but loving parents. Nina loved music and could play the piano by ear when she was only 3 years old. She took lessons from a classically trained white pianist, graduated as valedictorian of her high school class, and with financial help from people in her community, she enrolled in the Juilliard School of Music. People in her community. We're going to be able to do that too. We're going to start doing that. We're going to have to. It won't take us long either. Later, she was denied admission to the Curtis Institute of Music in Philadelphia due to racial discrimination. To hide her career as a pianist and singer in jazz clubs from her parents, she changed her name to Nina Simone. She was able to earn enough money from her act to pay for private lessons. By the time she was 25 years old, Nina had attracted a solid following and signed a record contract with Bethlehem Records. Between 1958 and 1933, Nina made more than 60 albums, consistently taking musical risks in live and studio performances, using her distinct contralto voice. She also gained a reputation as an edgy, defiant, and uncompromising artist. During the 1960s, influenced by friends Lorraine Hansberry, we got her book, I think, James Baldwin, and Langston Hughes, Nina increasingly saw her music as a vehicle for social change. Compositions such as I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free, For Women, and to be young, gifted, and Black reflected this commitment. Nina lived abroad for much of her life after the 1970s, disillusioned with being underappreciated as a musician in the United States. Following her death in France, Nina's birthplace was designated a national treasure by the National Trust for Historic Preservation in 2018. She was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, why she got to be inducted into the Hall of Fame after she died? I digress. But I was just listening to someone the other day, and he was saying that that's what they did to James Brown, I think it was. After he died, now he into the Hall. The Godfather of Soul. And then he was also saying, why is it that we created music? Everybody steal our music, but we the last one to get in the Hall of Fame. I'm so done with that. I'm so done with all of that. Yeah. Let's do us. Let's build us. It's time for our greatness. Look at Ida B. Wells, y'all. Oh, I know we better go to sleep because I'll have our asses here at 5 o'clock. Barbara Johnson, Aretha Franklin, Mary McLeod Bethune. You know, we learned about her in the other one. There's Katherine Johnson, Shirley Chisholm, Lena Horne, Wilma Rudolph, Faith Ringgold, Madam C.J. Walker, Diana Ross, Augusta Fell Savage, Gwendolyn Brooks. We read about Gwendolyn Brooks. Was she a writer? What I'm fighting for now in my work, for an expression relevant to all matter of Blacks. Poems I could take into a tavern, into the street, into the halls of a housing project. She must have been a writer. But yeah, we got a whole lot to learn. Ooh, Angela Davis, Elizabeth Catlett, Harriet Tubman, Ruby Dee, Zora Neale Hurston, Mae C. Jemison, Susie King Taylor, Loretta Lynch, Maya Angelou, Beyonce Knowles Carter. Oh, Simone Biles. Okay, and then it go up until, you know, people of today. Judith Jameson, Oprah Winfrey. All right. Well, this will be good to, you know. It'll be good, though. But I love you all, and good night, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace and power to the people. What was that? Yeah, I know. Yeah. But we'll be all right, though. We're going to be fine. Sure will. The cosmos didn't bring us this far. You know. And then who else is strong enough for the job? You know, they always say that God give his hardest battles to his strongest workers or believers and stuff. You know, that same concept. The cosmos chose you. Melanated people. Me. He chose all of us, melanated people. Why would they let us be gotten rid of? See, this whole thing right here is just white America got to go. White America has, you know, did the worst against life itself. Ain't my judgment. Yep. But that's just how I feel. It ain't my judgment. You know, we can't say what payment should be for what they've done. You know, that's the cosmos say. The cosmos decide what their punishment is going to be. None of us can say. I just know one thing: we can't stand in the way of it. We cannot prevent the punishment that they deserve for what they've been doing. And if everybody's scared, if anybody's scared to tell their ass, I'll tell them. I'll tell them. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry. They're going to be mad at you, you know, and come down hard on you and stuff. Because, yeah, their ass is irrelevant at this point. They are irrelevant at this point. Just, you know, call on your ancestors. They got your strength, more strength than you think you got calling on, you know, white Jesus. Yeah. Our ancestors, they got insurmountable strength and power for us. They've been here. They still here. A lot of them still here, just waiting on us to call on them. You know, I know they always around me. Yeah. They always around me. I always call them. Yeah. Soon as I feel like somebody easing off and stuff, I call them right on back. Come on here. Yeah. Soon we get in the car. Yeah. Do things like that to protect yourself. Put something like ride with me, Anubis. That's what mine say. I'm trying to think of something a little bit more creative. But that's what mine say. Ride with me, Anubis. And I just wrote it on a piece of paper. I got me a piece of Scotch tape, honey, at the Dollar Tree. And I just stuck it on the dashboard right there. You know, and he'll ride with you. They'll be with you. You know, we got to start, you know, summoning our protection from all of our protectors. You know, did y'all know we got a whole spiritual team? And then I'm going to let us go. We got a whole spiritual team on our side. See, that's because everything that white America has done, all of these apples that white America has done against black America, it has become too much. So we need help, you know, and on the spiritual end, our help is coming from above. It's coming from the cosmos. It's coming from Mother Gaia. But we have to ask for it. You know, we have to ask the ancestors to come to help us. We have to thank them. Because what they've done to us is traumatized us too much. And we can't get through all of it by ourselves because we ain't even healed. If we were healed, you know, we probably could make some things happen more readily. But, you know, as a people collectively, we still got too much hurt. You know, so yeah, the cosmos is on our side. Hell, they the ones up there in space fooling around and stuff, you know. Everything that's up there and stuff is reminiscent of us. You know, so whatever they do bring back and stuff, it ain't gonna all be good. It ain't gonna all be good. Trust me, they ain't ready for it. They don't want it. They ain't even from up there. They ain't even from up there. You up there probing around in the skies and stuff in the multi-universe, putting portals way out there to try to pull something in. I know we just here for a little while. But before we leave, we need to get things right for our future. Our future generations. That's all it's about. Our future generations. When we leave here, we need to make sure that our babies know. That's it and that's all. So yeah, make your decision. I done made mine. I love y'all. Peace and power to the people. I know. Let's just get some rest. We is so wonderful, ain't it? Though I don't even want to go. I don't want to leave, y'all. Sure don't. Man, I've been waiting to just talk to our people stuff because we don't want to talk about these things. It's the fear. I know that's what it is, the fear. Well, maybe now, we can all start talking about it stuff because it truly make you feel good, don't it? I know, right? It do. That's the only thing that make us feel good and happy. Just us, each other. And that's all we need. No pretenses and stuff. Hell, we done with that shit. For real, we is done with it. And we need to start telling each other the truth. Just start telling each other the truth. Hell, we're going to get mad now. We at the end of it now, shit. We all finna be like, let me go. But they robots. We ain't going to be able to reason with robots. So we better do all the talking and healing and communicating we can do with each other now. Because y'all, I don't believe when the new world come in and stuff, they rolling now. I don't believe white folks going to be on our side. I do not believe white America is going to be on our side. I do not believe that black America, a lot of black America, them skin folks, I don't think they're going to be on our side. They're going to need some scapegoats. And we probably going to be them scapegoats. But no, it ain't going to happen like that because, see, now we know what to look for. We know. We got a vision of what to work for. Yeah, and this about our children. This about our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our ancestors, they thought about us. Who would have thought that they were thinking about us during this right here? They were thinking about everything. So much been going through their mind and stuff. And it was all about us so that we don't have to go through any of that. And we haven't gone through this physical enslavement that they went through. But we still enslaved. Yeah. And so we getting us out of this. Yeah, we're going to do it together too. One book at a time, right? I know. I love you. Peace and power to the people.